Good morning. It is Tamara Sweeney from Love Dominates. Love Dominates. The slogan is to choose love over hate and compassion over judgment. I still am wearing my heart bracelet. I never take it off. I try not to. For my 4 children. Happy Mother's Day to all. This, especially in America, is just a commercialized holiday for the rich to get richer. So try not to be so devastated. Try not to let this bring you down. Try to celebrate you for a change. Celebrate you, because you are a great mother. You are worthy of love and respect. And our children were taught to hate us. They were taught to believe these lies about us, and they can't get to us. They're in fear to contact us, because if they do, they will go against the alienator. Okay, so I took some notes last night. I didn't even realize it was Mother's Day. It's not outside of the US, it's not really a celebrated holiday. Most of these holidays aren't celebrated. It's just in the US. Anyway, in my belief, in my heart of hearts, I believe all mothers and fathers should be celebrated every day, because the first commandment is honor thy father and mother. So for some reason, we trust our government. We trust, how do I say this? We trust the government and their laws. And those laws were created to protect them and their criminal activities. So I believe the only law is God's law, the Bible, agape love, what we should be following. The Constitution was kind of written off of the Bible, but now it's been so distorted and things have been taken out and God has been taken out of our world, because the people that are running our government are the ones that we should be worried about. They are the criminals. I'm going to get eaten alive here. I'm in the jungle and there's mosquitoes out. Let's see, what did I want to tell you? I have basically given everybody examples and behaviors of a narcissistic partner. IPV, someone who is intentionally gaslighting and destroying their partner. They hire flying monkeys to do abuse by proxy, meaning they have friends and family also giving the abuse to the same person to give the alienator validation. I want to give you one red flag that I had on Mother's Day, and this happened a long time ago, but when my narcissistic partner said to me, I don't celebrate you on Mother's Day. You're not my mother. My mother is my mother, meaning my mother-in-law. So he didn't celebrate Mother's Day. He would, every now and then he'd give me a card because he was always away, or buy me flowers. But I was like in a panic mode because he made me believe we had no money. So I was like, don't spend any money on flowers. It's too expensive. Don't worry about me. And the most thing I miss is when my kids would write me heartfelt cards that truly, they just gave their God honest truth of how they felt about me. And they loved their mother. They loved me because I was the only one around. My partner, or ex-husband, was not around when my children were little. Um, and for him to be able to turn this all around and alienate uh, and separate the bond between the mother and child is just was unbelievable to me. It's something, it's very horrific for anyone to go through or experience. But that was a big red flag when he said, "You're not my mother. I only celebrate my Mother's Day." So yet I had 4 children with him, um, but I wasn't respected or important enough to celebrate Mother's Day. And it's funny because I remember his mother would call and demand that she get flowers for Mother's Day. And I was like, she knows we have no money. Why would she do that? And here they have money all the time. I was the one being fooled. I'm just telling you these things for examples. Um, but yeah, I really do miss having those cards from my children. I have posted them on old Facebook posts of my kids saying that I was a great mom and how much they loved me. And that is the truth of what went on. I was a really good mom, but he turned that situation around and made my children believe that he came in and saved them from me. So it's truly sad to see the father of your own children um, tried to destroy the bond between the mother and the child. And the message I want to tell my children is, it doesn't destroy it. It really doesn't. The love that a mother has is so strong. That chain can't be broke. That bond can't be broke. We might be separated, but the bond is never broken. You're still 50% of me. And they are just their narcissistic partner because they're following their father's behaviors. I do remember, I'll never forget when my son was a teenager. He probably was 16 or 17 at the time. And he had said to me, here's another red flag. And this isn't really coming from him. This obviously is coming from the alienator. But he had told me, you're just a person who gave birth to me. You're not my mother. Whoever dad marries, I will call her mother. So I was like, okay, that's really nice. All the sweat and tears and everything a mother goes through. They have no idea. No idea. Let's see. What else did I want to tell you? There's some important things I wanted to tell you. Let me check my notes. I know today our kids are going to be thinking of us. They're definitely going to be thinking of us, especially if they're having dinner with other family members. They will be thinking of us, but they're in fear to contact you because they know they will hurt the alienator's feelings. And they're scared because they saw what happened to you. So they may have witnessed the abuse. They may have witnessed you being thrown out for not doing what the narcissistic parent wants them to do. So they don't want to go against that. They just want to have a stable, even though it's unstable, they want to have somewhat of a image on the outside looking like they have a stable family. Also, the alienator has given our children validation, like, you guys have every right not to talk to your mother. She is just a horrible person and she deserves what she gets. So they actually believe that they did nothing wrong. They did absolutely nothing, which in reality, they're not doing anything wrong. They don't realize what they're doing, but they are being controlled by that alienator. And deep down, their minds split when the trauma happened, and they are in fear. They live in fear to contact us. I mean, it's a horrible way to live. It's almost like because the alienator did so much damage, what they do without you even knowing. I mean, I was with this man for 20 years and I had no idea. I actually thought at one point we had a really good, loving marriage, but it only worked because he was always away. That's why we were together for so long. And I stuck it out for another 14 years. Um, but what what the alienator does is he goes around to all your family and friends, to doctors, to judges, to lawyers, to therapists. They pay them off. They barter with them to make you look like you're the bad one, to make you look like you're the crazy one. I have had therapists tell my children to stay away from your mom, like I'm dangerous or like I beat them. Um, the therapist had told me, Tamra, get on with your life and forget about your kids. And this guy has children. So, I mean, it blows my mind that therapists intentionally destroy families and children. It blows my mind. But let me tell you, there's a lot of them out there. Let's see. This is what I wrote down because this is something that used to be said in my house. The alienator would say to our children, like if they're sitting at dinner, we wish we had your mother around for Mother's Day. It's horrible what you guys have lived through. It's horrible that you guys experienced this. But she's not well. She's mentally ill. How selfish of her to abandon our family. Until she proves to us that she's better, meaning I have to go by the ultimatums and demands of the alienator, then we can't take her back. So in other words, until she proves to us that she's better, then we can't take her back. First of all, nobody should ever have to prove their love to anyone. Anyone. It's ridiculous. And then I can hear him saying, you kids have tried your best and are more mature than your mother. Now this is how they suck them in, how they suck the children in, because the children are like, Dad wants us to have a mother. Dad wants us to have a relationship with Mom. But Mom's mentally ill. So we're afraid to go back because she's crazy. So this is how the alienation happens. I mean, it's really soul murdering. That's what it is. It's soul murdering. Meanwhile, it's the complete opposite because the alienator is the one who's mentally ill, and I hate labeling people, but a narcissistic personality, someone who is an alcoholic, someone who is a gambler, someone who lives on pharma drugs, whatever, they are the liars. They are the ones that are mentally ill. And they're able to flip-flop this around to make us look like the crazy ones. Let's see. The only thing I want to add to that is, as an empath and as someone who can love, I can't imagine the life that they live. How the alienator has to control all these flying monkeys. How they have to, I mean, I don't know how they sleep at night. I don't know how they keep their lives straight. But they do a really good job. They gaslight. They talk bad behind your back with your family, friends, coworkers. And in the meantime, you believe you had a great marriage. And this is how they build the regime and the smear campaign and the hate campaign against you. So let me end it here with just a message to the targeted moms that, how do I say this? You are blessed. You are the chosen one. And I'll tell you why. God is clearing your way. He's getting you out of a very dangerous situation. He's getting you out of the narcissistic circle. All the negative people in your life, he's weeding them out. So just keep going forward, one step at a time. Just keep moving forward. And I'm telling you, the doors will open. they will open for you. Um, he really is trying to get you away from that narcissistic abuse, and the abuse by proxy. So, once you're away from the flying monkeys, God will give you knowledge. God will give you wisdom. God will give you truth, forgiveness, and love. And He's going to help you get on that path that you were born to do, that you were, remember, He created you. And He has a plan for you. Now He wants you to follow His lead. And trust me, I don't know what that is. Trust me, you will love the path that you're on. It's not always a pretty path, but we have to go through trauma to see the truth. And that's why you're special. You are special. It's time for you to walk away from this evil and role model to your children not to accept these bad behaviors from them or anyone, that you are worthy of love and respect. Nobody deserves this kind of treatment. It's basically satanic. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great Mother's Day. It's time to go on your way and your own journey. So good luck. I wish you the best and stay in touch. Wait. Love dominates. Choose love over hate and compassion over judgment. Make sure you guys go to my YouTube channels. Make sure you go to my social media. Please like and share, subscribe, comment. Always love the comments. And you have a great Mother's Day. Thanks for listening.